But you will come and sit here, we are even suffering than before. How can you do that? When inflation was 54%, we were able to contain ourselves in this country.
Deputy Communication Officer, Ewo Bono Region, Edema Eye NDC Amanyuku, Eric Adjei. What the Eye Dennis Miracles Aboagye or the Nako School Dakara. What church then a level, what children and near my MPP are buying on what is so yeah, with Jar one motor car. Any the NDC so buy, you know. What to me, aye.
Those who created the mess, you want us to please you at this juncture. Ya mama mo. Ya mama MPP for na mo ho atomo. Mo didi ama ene, mo ho atomo tam because you were willing say come on co-position say there bia ya o kan no.
O frɛ me fi o.
E na mo co-position.
Me tro dia meka.
Che say o di usika. O party fu di o musika ntia na o tia. O se Ghana for nye happy say yen fast for mako 125 emu o my Ghana. 58 they are not happy. Obi. There was a time in this country. Yare na ekunipa. Da bia meka. Yare kum amambi mampenim for. Okay, mampeni we are na mepena sempa Tanzania. Magufuli. Okay, COVID time no we are not more speculate say COVID crania there. So ama yare ekum amampenim for. Yare ekum judges. Yare ekum doctors. Yare ekum politicians the same many miracle. Under President Akufo-Addo timi chechire yare ne dane ne to ya yetua. Enti wo COVID ne kum umame no. Wo important ya my sign jo COVID network amamu tantan say what ye kasa we and you think so be an papa COVID e kuna waje ne COVID to be mfie mienu na mfie mienza no they all cannot happy of it ye magana for specific promises ye ba ye betwe obi and I me no kasa COVID 11 ye gusutua jemeso na no ye tua.
It's a matter of public record. Say Abaye.
Because the lives of miracle mono does in the system. Because ni refino where we started from, where we were, and where we are today. Ni refino. Obiebiem. Yet kromuha. Inflation koya as na we say both near the Ghana inflation as man it could do 54%. Okay. And the modi amon one say na me. Huh? Inflation to me to America could do 54%. Reasonable Ghanaian na watching classroom as you are there. What they compare net 3.something%. And you are telling us the Ghana for your appreciative of it. There was a time in this country, Kobank is all kwajibesia. Obi uka interest rate. Some of the banks were taking 30%. Even some were taking more than that. And then you are telling businessman now no, or Kobank jibesia didi Ghana say. Emra no tia be 30% interest rate na far better than ene. According to the logic of Bawumiasifui, that is far better. Is that what you are telling Ghanaians? Obi, there was a time in this country, Okana is on Okaveveno. Now they call filling stations, how Kofelia. Now be tia, untia not less than 2,000 Ghana cedis. They be a example. Time when me use Menizan can. Obi. It got to a time, Australia number 1,900. I don't know me to opposition. You remember ya me feel like a week 1,900. But me talk and I me feel number 700 Ghana cedis because of your recklessness. And there was a Ghana for refugee baby and now Mumudio Mufriba. What's ya? Oh, just a Uwaku could do Krasan Kagalam Sasem. Party a whole headquarters transit planning say party Hensika. Inti monomonya galam say and fan rich mo. Hakakabin sem ni dwe ye chimo physical on tape. Where's Charles BC? Professor Afrimpon Boateng report no the John Mahama ne man trust our report no. And now what ya kan galamse asem say NDC from penning for and now kokru we mu ye galamse. Momo national executive. O ka de na kan de Japan kan kruma. O so party national officers galamse yesenko. Where are they today? Eh, na mo ye no an say na me. Ebiem Abaya Mokache say mo ya planting for food and job. Obi eremfi ye ho sao. It got to a time. Now you the water engine when water engine. So news I can.
Bone shaker.
At great time on your friend, you take Krazana near can near the crab or dear. Na body minister, a koto, Mampenicho Chomuncho. Which me crab or dear begun cranse, who here body Usuana Fabas, number 2 be near for ministry. Look at the logic. You are seated here today, ne aduane abu ni panya aduane di ye ntuka mfiri sunya meto bode on kan o ka chem ze Ghana for refi na mo kura de mo ho ye me wonwon say 1 year o ka sa te say the planet no wo firi foforo so na ba MPP fu aban na refi say mampani akufo ado ye nya 1v8 ba akoma ne so na konwa sa di twa Ghana ho sanfie nwotwe mahama ba yo hebi na V8 esi V8 ya kan konwa esi V8 ba ko achi ya chechire ho se won ntoma na de adura mo nya Ghana flag mbo kente ene ade ya chechire na konwa ho ba bi obekọ bia na konwa di nachi bodyguard at the car front ogade akonwa udbusra bra bone ne mfia nwotwe you here telling us today say wo pens na far better than today obra papa be na odija Ghana obi ena me ne okase yenka se bibia yese de ye pe no o hwe me na me kasa meta can reasonable but the reasonable minds in the country they are feeling the impact of good governance. Businessmen no can reasonable minds no they are feeling the good governance na ye de aba no ena me ne okase ye she Ghana for school for bo omo won say omo hostel fees boy then yes e be costro but you can no fee stress obi yen deliver ana say when in a test so nti hu
ano ye hwan
many miracle those were the promises you deliver no matter how I open you deliver nti eno so ye ka kire Ghana for say emebu na e pay juma nsua nsanu juma ye the national apprenticeship eba o community Osman Ayargawa last week near I don't say ye check machines ne mama nkofo wo wadwe ne say wo na wo de nyame adom wa utika ya utimi de pentro no de onfa pentro de ye ma ne de wo hu se bibi ne ye ma no. Is that what you're telling us?
Asempa FM
driver for na etie ye wie no obi de the ekosi sen for life. Sa driver no wetie ekosi sen be 8 years ago no okofia ofele ne tank opake car no and now okọ shell filling station no okofele a ya okaye akufu ado de mudi jae se unimu a enti mo strategy na mo de aba me medical mo hia consultants mo mehu yakukọ me ntumufo ya ba mu pen ye mistakes mama ba pen mistakes no ma ye bi but difference where ye ni mumu ni say as a opposition mo da so ya hand time opposition because you are behaving as if say uja the papa bi we chire no obi ase no me wa mo abusu apade chire carbine you left nothing and energy sector issues are okay wo buy electricity no kra no fuel and the power kra no e ka say na muja no hansa moko isn't over 1.2 billion dollars na ne wa betna ate say de wo no onu asi ho na abin ne edi ase no. That is not how it.
Any Dennis what the now school papa. Na say Eric Adjei to be the man Dennis no. Dennis Adjei de so no. Na Awal Mohammed ono so ye MPP ni. No ono so Adjei de bombo no bi e di free Hopeson Adorye nchen. Awal Mohammed nsem wo kan ye nyina ne say. E say ne Ghana for prese MPP e besen ya ba. E say the NDC for do mo nemu no. Ghana for mo hye wo mo. E na Hopeson Adorye say eh.
But you come and sit here, we are even suffering than before. How can you do that? When inflation was 54%, we were able to contain ourselves in this country. Are you getting it? You left it at somewhere 20-something percent. 23.8 or so.
No, I think 0.5.
0.5.
23.8, but the quoted official 23.5.
Yes. Let's take it 23%. 23%. We were able to contain ourselves. Today, it's 3.3. And you are saying we are suffering more than when it was 23%. How can you believe this?
SMP before, wiki. Omo did the bombo do. Hopeson Adorye. Wonganye Afrafranto. Some people are.
Afrafranto for a rejected stone for.
As of Siabe, MVP Bass, who did you get? Who did you fetch?
And only I was only what I can say on day. Or say Yao, and the Kumum. Because the MVP for any look, the issue is Nina no the MVP for Gofrabai. I say, Omo promo the kind. That's Omo problem. In the Ome here, because sometimes say we a political party. Now Jama opponents. O chantro now that's eka wonu tum. O chantro. Ye de enim say yentro. So one answer question na enim. The bedu baby never fan say na kore. For instance, for Coco issue we start here. Wana obi ay confuse any sense ana this for me man yade. They will realize what market. Yes, price number for. So who can tell with the truth? No one demand back and because of then the discerning mind okay, me my research. Anyway, nebwa. Wana what of?
Ama NDC for they say no mama. MB before my NDC for baby na than communicators. Say omo munya communicators ni say no more than.
Say as always explain. For instance, we Coco board issue by here. Peter Friends Boama. Randy Abbey. Omu na sit down. You have to go and explain. Now you some more outdoors then say Coco board chairman. Omu na have to omu call for more. First nan KBC. But they have to go and explain. So they be MPP come on can be there no. Omo ti ma reverting back.
Dennis Miracles Aboagye. It's one more number so because when they be on when.
Onye. The issue is now it will be easier to educate the people without first going to clear yourself out. But see no. The entire one sit down and say omo go explain the government side when it comes to the reduction. No. They have to now go and tell them say the MPP can say and no correct. And sana yes I communicate idea omunim dada and say government not price no so because why I didn't MPP for not enamo because you take price no so they already know say that's the reason why nanga say by now see omuzi from na say nka omo educate among for among the reason why that reduction number but no you're not doing that now. They have to now cover the MP for kind of. Why will you make the job so difficult? And yes, scandal, you know it. When you say, "Oh, my God, so," and then among time, look, many party work opposition still every day be on a scandal. I don't know opposition. Woman come in the scandal, and they always start everything. What's that electricity? Who started resisting so? Mochama na no or sound drills amamono. Omre fi no so ma kenofurata.
No dey o so ono na say what can say. Are obewu ato ho no.
Mo omra so ma this thing na on na sai. It is easy you ho ni shi ho a. Na say okro na say mo ano so tintin na say bekasa. Na hu ya emi. You can't supervise the failure. And then in a year you expect all the years of damage now should be wiped out. A new thing will start happening. The overcome will say, I'm going to share ball. Obey me, and Bacho, in 4 years and so. Bacho, next month, you're 12 banner. Next one a pentum. They be Ghana for a pentum and I say, Dennis Miracles Aboagye, the people's forum. Because Miss Ghana. But it's easy for me to understand what is happening. Forget the IMF and someone buy. Abra IMF do munam go san ye munam namunim de womu say every quarter be number 2. Then you turn back and ask for price say adenti and year to 2 amount for electricity bill. Yes sir. What do you need? We yes I will say before. Because me na me nim say was I here press conference guy say mo hwe and the kuta me no there's no way Abra documents here will be. Yeah, there will be. So yes, sir. Okay,
okay, and which they say from more kind.
They be, and I may say, me what the same document in what I home in the other way. So I say, you are for preaching. I am in the Bible, so when you need the same Bible. They be every day. I mean, me the same minister said the same IMF there now can afford the band and the end in I then that issue here about a friend say recruitment about so what Ghana now was the MPP doing something different from what is happening. In fact, the only different regard is say and then more up a friend a platform be able go through it. They are carrying a first no a protocol same here. A embassy in this because on protocols on Angela and Fasa.
So when you say number 4, when the number of 75,000 guessing keep you on a post and come closing. But more could not be
Meno. I only do mean the only thing Momoka said in Nano. Say I mean Momoka free. The only thing that I beg to differ, I say, and kaya parliamentarians in better nasi. Momoka say, I didn't know the most unattractive work in the whole world. A security service, because even America for MP soldier, MP police. Me say na me nam na me ko share America o mo pay police for. O mo na pay police for no. I say am for apply. Usika obedi annually. E da ho. Our other service e da ho. But yeah, was it 500,000 Ghanaians in a year? And I apply say o mo pay a opportunity of 5,000.
Be artisans, be a nurse. So I can say, our more dear remove one or a nurse.
Sadness in it if you artisan and you man koye. Omun na officer a honor qua or benyesika easy. So but my soon as a police in fire service in a dear to quite. Ghana need be calculated. And yet you man not be paid. Oh, 90% of them they don't care about the work. Just the salary, opportunity to travel. Yantiana, the gallant 8 gallant heroes in every month. So the Nibako, briefly in Dinka, or Mamika said, no, or prepare so become American soldier. Yanti, I wonder why that day, Yamana issue. Say, you soldier for no, our new tree, or helicopter. Say, or treat ya, then such a skill, as a of American. And the mother was happy. The family were ready. So open that opportunity.
Because what quiet they are. See can be do.
Then I catch you.
System near.
The woman grandpa pet now see the over. I won't pay until maybe only problem is say I then and nipa 500,000. Epic Ajuma Obianka. Oh yes.
There's a 1 year quiet.
Hong Kong the only problem. Yes. But also yeah funny me penny 5,000. Me fancy 5,000. Na me fancy 5,000. Why na me fancy me feel you. That's automatic go be a pass. And now, we say, oh, my dear, I fair. But do this level, I cut it off. Then I catch it, I will say, first 20,000, I'll fire for 5,000 people. That first 20,000, or I'm going to bit my meeting qualification. What if the 500,000 person now buy or no moment qualify? And you honor what trying to do because we're applying them. I don't know the issue. Maybe the issue now say, and guess what? Much no musa say. Say nipa 500,000 pay juma. Say juma we ya. Quarters of madam tabu dam bi no madam ni dam bi no madam no. Any sikafia ya omujina wiem de bi no anti no. Ene na asemo Ghana. And there's a reason why armed robbery ekosoro. They should be able to be answering this kind of questions. No musa say any adwuma no starting yen da ban and for more. I could trust them no enko saying no much I say feel okay na omo meba ha no be omo ye committed say adwuma no na yepe eni sika na yepe and as na going to be a way ni yepe but they are not even talking about that. Me na make say parliamentarians me when say baby wom sometimes I feel like say any mess of discussing they don't even care, then they will just jump straight to politics. Sa number we okay as a politician now we a lawyer what na sika say me ya say me pay at the end of 5,000. There should be cut-off point. At the time I hear filter who obia desire, obia interest, obia qualification, say me meeting and me meeting. What's a cut off? The only thing also I don't agree. Form Sigana Mutiana. Now you man now US police omu di amount for echi and na pay macho mako. Who so in some metal forms. And I'm saying you man why the guarantee this is a metal forms. Why? Why?
As is 1,000 something.
600. Why? I didn't say me say Jessica. Ebe adwuma because go. Mo say have mercy adwuma we ya. Ye Ghana hai. Ghana soldier. Helicopter kura mu ni bi. Omo nguta message kura ye go. Now have mercy adwuma we. Pray for me adwuma we. Look, South Ghana mu twen barbaric. we ye no fro rich ono na o kasa ye no omo mo kasa ni na no for the MPP for no ba jo mota no mu ye bi no mu nye bi
obi atan you every year bi
endi obosi manyansa pa o ada na muti abamu anyansa mu nyai na mu ko opposition na mu nyanya anyansa
no nya firi so sa dey sem
na no wadwe no
to kwatna se o
endi o mama adwen na because be ho dwo too much so bia na wanka sem
mo de ba so na ye papa nso a mo fa NDC for MPP for the bibi ba na ye papa o mo so mfa na intime mu a na me enka se eni
se eye papa so far the afenyo market aka papa bi enim the another prem ka papa bi enim
de Dennis eken
anu kwa de tache mi ne de no
na de Awal Mohammed nso ken
o yera ayekura che look
na so ba je se
nyansa bi ani do mo keka nimu say ana make say if you are talking about security you employed 500 out of 84,000 immigration people side should make sense we have immigration officers 500 but auto on phones money for 84,000
na eyi kan yo na afenyo ma hin wo ka se na munnim enipa dodo a mo be fa wo say oh interior minister me minim say ye be fa nipa 5,000 yes 5,000 ye be fa 85,000 mo hwe nipa sa 5,000 no enya fa forms ni ya nenka portal nenka makulusu no nenka mo de mo kwa koye mu screening de mo pa che ni
ana me say
mo kwa koye mu screening bibia say nipa 5,000 na mo nya no say if say 3,000 ena o mo qualify ya hunya fa enya no wasa baba abe pese 2,000 so dia so
nze me gazi do ka nyanse ni
na mo na pa
ana me gazi do ka nyanse ba kure ni class 4 ni kure mpo make sa comment na ana mama example say ye for nipa 5,000 what's a 5,000 ye cut off point but up 5,000 or me go through 5 processes which every process be an chunk of them can fail. And Ophelia, we still push the person forward because what for 5,000 a week. And now say, overdrop it or more failing. Now, a 1,000, meanwhile, with security service numbers are open. And based on with security numbers, no, the office a bit me abwa amoye in the year. And now they go count.
You say, Nevina, backlog, a good one, me, I must say next year. And I'm better almost interior ministers on Berry. No one for one.
The backlog are the same people who just applied the 500,000.
It is any pay me now, next year, no, or more age, no. So if you wait, you will have it also.
There's no way they can absorb all these numbers for the next 10 years. For the next 10 years, almost have room in that. Some have to give up.
4,000 years, they're not carrying 4 years.
Look, Meba, sir. That idea say is a 5,000 thing. I say it's stupid. Nonsense. A comment that it should be the last time I say if you obia no grabber. Talk less of the MPP. And the same MPP now, or no offend markets in Nikas Assam. No, you have 500 immigration officers. Or to enforce money for 84,000. But anyway, difference ben who it is sans Nippana have a catch say. Debbie. What about to make us a mistake? Me tears is here. So I know about it. Now I'm a bonny. Now I'm sorry. Now after Mabufu, I'm in a cancer me at you. And I've already to me say what from. I can patch your obwa. I may come about you and expect present for you. In fact, because such open because say. Even though Maria said we say what from you, but one pair man answer. Until say we hear me say me no be fine, na fine you no man. And I feel no be kai we. Na me ye na dey me pacho. Sa pacho no be na ya bat ebem. Me fan chawo. Afenyo markets e be ka kire say what MPP afuma na. No man. Till date, we admit say omo ye na mistake na. So if the Omuye was good,
Dennis Miracles can say Ghana for by MPP was so many men come about easy for by the money.
500 open immigration of the 500. Ogoton forms money for 84,000. Now we pay 5,000. Now goton forms Emma nipa 500,000. Or no I bonny, but the one you bonny. In the logic, no. And come on. Say we didn't come. Say Coco, ya, Coco Rose, Yamadoma, Chama won't me. And Yamia Dumancho obey them, mamma me. Eh? Me so winning national champions we answer with them. They be a record Beckham. Now, Coco Road now, Miriam who this cano, Basabasabasano. Area, Coco Sagu, Masako Craft of Raba. On the day of Gray to a baby and Molusu, let's see who was sign contract. Oh, you know, Cono de Coco board for car crash Akoi. That's Urie, now in war market price. Wouldn't say, and that, yeah, 90% of the cocoa FOB to cocoa farmers. That's a still now cocoa a fungo. I got say, hey, or Mutisimo, Munye de day. Munjo Musigana Mama. Says Gantas in the Gramos Casinene. Omgutrian 6,500. It doesn't make sense. Jensen. Any designing mind.
Mohammed Castle will just 6,000.
Okay, 6,500. At the time that the price, now MPP Tisono, not the 70% was 6,500. So, say sometimes the mass is not the problem. Adrena mass is not a problem. Dennis Miracles Aboagye, any mass is no problem. What do you know? How the Benyas and now Rebecca say, okay, when they problem, and no problem.
Eric Adjei
You read the well, Yanko. When is left right center, yeah. But on one, I was you.
Before, and I don't for furniture. When you should be.
But not okay. Look, let me say, when the real scandal hit, the MPP will know. Say the new youth now, Abba. They don't give a damn about any side.
Mama will see under your inflation.
What I say? Papa, you guys only danger inflation. And I said, Miracles Aboagye because I say, Tamana inflation 23% now. Not Ghana for your hotoy. And neighbor 3.3% ne hotoy. And I say,
What's reflecting? Because here and the power at toy and answer most inflation because who quote the Joma and Yaman said it was 210 one out of most inflation, most CGI come. Tell me what you will say. Because I now, Dennis.
Dennis now where DC pen. And you also a failure as a DC. Look, inflation simple means unanswered and goes at the boss across. Simple. Inflation does not mean say now to the 10 Ghana and no 5 cities. And no care for price in the dollar now stabilizing and I can say my and they get for someone here who maintain the same price. But inflation, Kai MPP time, the last 2 years, 3 years in inflation, it could be 54%. No, Obeda sorry no. The same salmon out on 5 cities, Obekona 7 Ghana. The same Adriani out on 5 cities no, Obekona 7 cities, 10 cities. When you find inflation, because that hyperinflation now causes the won't even predict price of goods and commodity and services. Won't me, but and they. Me da sorry a me say me record okona 7 Ghana na 10 Ghana me ntombro because there's no indicator, no factor I have money panatum. But the very moment the inflation is high no won't mean decide bill. Now as someone that went through that part of the reason why not the people were complaining about hardship. Now the generation the 12 about 38%. You don't see say 38% no as compared to a friend is saying, tell me 50-something% every election, a difference. But numbers make sense, and Gabaumia for the 38 in the Metanakunian way. Now, 23% of inflation, about 3.3%. Now, say, change is being there. Over the 38%, no. Nanka Baumian person Kosi, called it also as a president of Ghana. And yet, you might know the numbers here, and one can do. Indeed, next school year, do quick. Dennis, Messi Miracles near you move Mount and yet you man can as a cemetery for. Messi every day he keep on confirming. The entire Musa Danka say, oh, the reason why most youth and so many on people. Because the reason why what kind of before election time. And now I believe that. But sometimes it's now say me pepper post me going people. Then I think like, am I going to compete with such people?
Oh, they say no. party no mo do e na wo de ko ne
enyo no kwa na ye youth owo mo tom amanfo na aka no hwe na yi na nu ya MP ba ku ya me ka na asem wa yi no can about sir a friend say recruitment asem ya or Ashanti region on sir the way kwan kasa with Nancy no even though he's a politician I so bet my partisan with the issue or try drafting asem no the way it's no I know you know or general or we maybe a problem no fi say wo and which wa omo follow president Nancy on a problem no is it I think maybe a be on one or might just look the minister Nanyere recruitment will say 500,000 says Ninas and one is uncle 5,000 on the parliament idea to win name of the minister the problem say software now the buy which is no correct I know such example say or non impetuous no you uncrassing me or ya to abani we affairs and so much time on no can't call him call no telephone call no great nyeduma this one free e ban say na mo resource say we win na we win eti ono one no ga tell nipa ono ti say ukre na say onko for laptop e bi kro hu bi da on san for laptop or camera na on san pay internet speed e high ye internet speed e ti Ghana e high our 40 akra say everywhere you go akra for internet enko na e ko evo de phone 830 go grad dey nye na o say nipa no onye internet uninterrupted internet okofa na meanwhile first name is her and is a moya kakra only youth you obi o less than 60 years o only 60 years only 60 years that didn't na man youth che mo say mo youth no matin fo o dey we youth na mama mu na say na mama mu go free youth na we mu o ye youth o ginam ye na na ginam already okay ya na Dennis ni mo ga so musa that's where 40 plus o I know to ga say ni sa 40 no pension na ka kitu bi da wani mo 40 plus pension na ka kitu da wani now 40 plus go be corner say 47 48 asem na ya ka say ya say o we ye
every before the obese Miracles Aboagye and but wo ko MPP mu a me de me kan say nya say bia party ni hodo e na wo de ko ne mom na ngode say bia Miracles nsem a wo kan ti bia so betimi akọ omunya communicator papa
party hodo na o ba kra yes ni pedo no de ko afie mansa
communicator papa dia
me say
no mo yi Miracles
awari mpo ye komunu ye ho baby ho and true love ye ka kuma mu asem no party is about the people that you are going to meet because the party ye ko
so mo ye registration
ana me say ye ka party a ye ko e ideologies and ideologies nipa na try ideas no so if the current people now lead the ideologies of the MPP na be chama want me abronye Dennis Miracles Aboagye justice kodriamo what problem there's a reason why a professor from Pomboatin said this current MPP is fake ndiwe mu mfiro no omunye omu MPP papa yantie na the former president je ekufo so this nkrofo yo mabai omotwa nabo
omu mefie kura ma mechia
omu ni fa na nyahwe na o kan asem na ono timi ka asem won neck na wanye obi asa abronye ana e challenge no this the current MPP ndiwe no was it me na je ekufo mbo ya bon get away na me
kwa bia he
we wa he na ba kwa kabi omo ahe kura che omo kura ka say yentie David ebi masa make campaign bia wa ama ebi masa MPP ni de be bia duru no se chama untimi mu da so ho na bi Frimpong Kodriamo Miracles Aboagye mo ene afenyo markings ni Kojo Ponkroma ne Frankano Dompremo ene da so lead this MPP party a wo ye youth amen hore ha o mrengo se o mre why mpaso bia no obenya sangrofo ne ba ya MPP youth epedwuma munya dey na ma do election time our blackma north ene akotia no mu twon boy
so o kan san so ndc fon so abon so the same thing mu use susu
train the difference is say MPP ndc fon esu because yen select o mo fa adwuma na ma mo Yes, so we say reset agenda Ghana, reset agenda there. In none reset am I. Say me nya bi onya bi di osun ade. But MPP there no, the problem is yeah, the third vice president, the third vice chairman. Egas akweti election. Yeah, this is Laquins. Ekoda hotel. No, Yakoba na mattress. Sure mattress onkoda. Onkoda MP. One of me na back. I say me third vice chairman.
NDC for by so much you. Women of valor. And it's one thing.
Women of valor is not for NDC. Women of valor in an app. Look, let's not be missing these things. Me say the current MPP now that was here. Then executive that was here. And in America, the youth who were part of the party and they complaining about the Muslim. And I'm even giving an example of a third vice chairman who is part of the executives. Our culture say, so on cartel no one. Okrampo in the dim from MOB. Institute says, Sani Pan, Nipo Sani Pan, over power. As I know you to know, I'm only Biana. And me, I don't give a damn. Say, and this in Vega say, Onya appointment, and that's what I'm not a Ghana for.
Because grassroots no man do year campaign refill wolf for any by ya position.
Man who's a grassroots. Man who's a grassroots Nibia wolf for Biama.
Never be a camera.
Omo yan komo chaba. Guy MP for any one omunchama. Omo don omunchama. Omo na man for we by boom omunchama. Omo yan komo chaba name ya ni pe Ukraina near the camera ko jina uchano. And komo chaba the truth of the matter say. Me say Ghana no so NDC for the team say omo president omo to abama so omo jini dia omo man nye reset Ghana no na sa 24 economy no omo die de to nwom no enye adwuma ni na benefit when we all benefit there's no problem about for the Ghanaians be grad that e be anya 4466 e wo mu fi e free be a friend say power program obedi can test the be udi can test the sustainability e be yi amanfo beti maye enko no be wuntem an wuntem it's normal wi anyway it is we anyway na utimi 4 utimi manage phone ya mean say e brought 10 and 20 we go aduma kwa na we am te pa ya akoya aduma we mistake na me call one poultry farm kanka ko bo mani so minim ana me di mi su gra mi du no me ya gura buo no na mate no say ko wati makumachi kakram say na we dey say ya sheme nkom you babu ano ano ma we didn't papa for problem asem sheme say am say no say wo say we wuram na say wa nya fi bi na yare bi omu ade be chi no mu ni nti omo bebe odura
NDC so worry say eye Ghana na so MPP for say said omo say ye no omo bo anwu so enye sa na edikire emman for comment the favorite comment section hodo the NDC for eye no oman mu say ekoyie ana say ekoyie the MPP for so e ka no omo so dika ana say wall bi kura na say emura bi ene omo ye we chire hodo o comment no ehu obi yan ti na the aba conversation hodo no akai say we pia so be share amani abi so site me akabi no subscribe to channel no so no e de amaje mi de e de mo bi akua me ne
Maxi Billian